11-Bit Studios, the same people that I think developed and published Frostpunk and that other game. Wow, what? Oh, this War of Mine. I'm like, why can't I remember it? Not developed by them. This game's not developed by 11-Bit Studios. It's just published by them. I guess that's just a recurring thing as an indie developer gets a bit of success and they start publishing other indie games and whatnot. This is Moonlighter. It's made the gambit a bit in that plenty of people were actually playing it a year ago when the pre-alpha went around for a bit. I got a code today, so doing that. It's one of those indie roguelike games, so expect lots of pixel art and top-down camera angles and permanent death, which I'm great at accomplishing. If you want to check the game out for yourself, there's a link to it in the description. It comes out later this month. And, oh, of course I'm gonna go normal. Hard mode? Are you joking? We'll be lucky if I even live long enough to make a decent episode out of it. Among the stars of the night, there is a land as old as imagination. One night, mazes full of extraordinary treasures and deadly creatures appeared in this land. They called them the dungeons, strange, ever-changing ruins of unknown lands. Soon, a village of the slightly curious took root near the dungeons. They named Rynoka? Among the settlers, two groups shined brightest, heroes and merchants, glory and riches. But the dungeons proved too dangerous. They were soon closed as too many lives were lost in their depths. Life became hard for the town, especially for the young owner of the oldest shop, Will of Moonlighter. Long dreaming of opening the mysterious fifth door of the dungeons. That's some pretty fluid animation. Telling me joystick is how you move. It's a weird... If I was him, I'd be really worried about a tapestry of me being in here. Oh, I just read the table by walking into it. Oh, we're doing that, Dark Souls style. Left trigger is a roll, right trigger does nothing at the moment, but it's on the screen, so it must do something eventually. Left bumper, nothing. X, nothing. A, nothing. Oh, Y would go into my inventory if I had any, apparently. Okay, so basically just moving and left trigger for now. Here comes the fun quiz, the fun test we always do, which is, what will be my first death? Here's them telling me about left trigger. They're way ahead of you, game. I looked at the screen, so left trigger goes across gaps. Some nice music. Hi. Can I roll past you? Yes. Good thing to confirm before you have an attack. So you can roll through anything. You just straight up have iframes. Even better than iframes, you have like Shadowcat frames. Right trigger is what? Oh, I saw them. They're letting me attack now. Oh, hi. Startling. Alright. What is right trigger supposed to be? Oh, right trigger is use my consumable. I thought it was bring it towards me or something. Alright. So A is attack. We have that now. And if you hold X, you can do a charge. Where you just sort of keep going. But you really have to charge it. If you just start pressing it, nothing happens. So you start looking like a lunatic. Hit. Almost certainly is two-dimensional Zelda game inspired to an extent with the top-down camera angle, the weird camera angle where you can see every wall at once equally as if perspective doesn't exist, and then of course lots of pot breaking. Hello. Oh cool, a broken sword. That's going to be incredibly useful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Quick move is right bumper. There we go. And fabric, or let's see, left bumper is loot all. Yep. fabric, and ancient pots. Happy to have a loot all button. Especially if you have to manually drag otherwise. Oh, that doesn't hurt him. Ow, my god. Oh, my whole screen went, my whole health bar went white, so I thought I died instantly. Okay, I'm curious about these enemies. I bet I can just knock you into a hole. Ow. Holy crap, the number of attackers happening at once is insane. Am I supposed to die in this room? Is that what's going on? I think that's probably what's going on, right? Because this is an absurd number of enemies. Wait, my weapon's gone. How did I lose my weapon? This is too much. What the fuck? Okay, you're supposed to die in this room. I should just accept that. What the hell? The whole screen's covered in enemies. And I have a broom for a weapon. Goodbye, all of our stuff. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh. That's not nice. A disrespectful dungeon. What a sorry-looking kid. All alone now. Rest for a bit, Will. I have you now. The art's pretty great, and the music's pretty great, actually. Perspective's messing with me a little bit. That guy's at that angle, but came out of a door that was facing that. Ah! No! No, stop doing that! I have to assume that every room in this game is just bowl-shaped. That's the only way I can reconcile the absurd... the absurd angle that everything faces. Even as a mere child, barely able to walk, you were curious of the dungeons. Yep, those are maps. There is no doubt you carried the same obsession as old Pete. Morning, boy. Did our little merchant bite off more than he could manage? Well, yeah, I had a broom. Well, listen to me. The hard truth is this. You are the last of your family, the only one left to run Moonlighter. You can't keep pushing yourself like this. Risking your life on the fifth door nonsense is foolish, just leave it. Find some artifacts, then use your pendant to get out of the dungeon. And for Crater's sake, stop using that broom of yours, you daft boy. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this, really? Really? Alright, well that... any ambiguity is lost at that point. It's mine from back in the day. Use it. I have little need for it now. Now then, get up. You are wasting a light. Can't have you neglect the shop all day. Let's see if I can get through your hard head some of that tricks that I picked up from your grandfather so many, many years ago. Successfully selling your merchandise takes knowledge of two things. You must know an item's value, as well as its demand. Come now, open the shop up and allow the customers in. Are we actually doing shopkeeping now? Is that what's going on? I'm confused. Wow, they're just waiting at the door. That's a little creepy, actually. Well, look at you just buying everything. Oh, I'm supposed to press these. There we go. Did you see that? The best expression you can hope for. The item wasn't too expensive for them, and not too cheap for you to lose profit. Be sure to pay attention to your customers' expressions. That's how your grandfather always knew his prices were fair. That one costs twice as much, so he's gonna be all bummed out. Is that what's gonna happen? I don't think I need to tell you how that item was obviously overpriced due to being a carbon copy of the same thing, but twice as expensive. Lesson learned. Finally, be careful of selling a popular item too much.
If you flood the market, you will have to offer cheaper prices on your wares. Point is, charge higher when something is in high demand and in low supply. Take out your merchant notebook. It should hold all the information you have gathered on the discovered wares and artifacts.
I can't tell. I can't tell if they're gonna pull the like, this is such a weird switch from the previous thing that I can't tell if this is a genuine tutorial for gameplay mechanic we're actually gonna have, or if this is like they're gonna pull the curtain out and our characters, like the beginning of Stardew, and the character's like, screw that, I don't want to be a shopkeeper, and goes back to the dungeon. I genuinely am not sure. Hey, so they hate 200, but they're pretty happy about 100. If you go under 100, they'd probably become, like, displeased. I mean, so they'll be really psyched because it's such a bargain, which will probably screw us. And over 100, but below 200, it might sell, but they won't be psyched about it, probably. Popularity neutral. I mean, this is a whole thing for just merchant stuff. It's probably a real mechanic, as much as I don't think it will be. I just didn't know what I was getting myself into. I'm just shocked by all this.
Would seem the sun has fallen for the day.
We sold one product.
I best head off. You will pick up more on your own. Restoring the shop to its full glory, that responsibility falls to you, not I. It's in your blood, will make us proud. In the meantime, why don't you try out that new sword of yours? Dungeons are more perilous at night, but one can always find better artifacts. Just don't dive too far, and use that pendant, boy.
Oh, so that's what this game is, huh? Instead of being a straightforward roguelike, it seems to be a game about running a shop, like Racketeer and stuff like that, where you go into the roguelike dungeon, but you try to escape before you actually die, because then you get a bunch of cool loot that you can sell back at the shop and loop around. I mean, the game's called Moonlighter. The name of the shop is the name of the game, so I guess I'm just getting blindsided because I'm going in blind.
Go on now. These weary bones of mine must rest. You got a new sword, don't you? Head on off to the dungeon, boy.
He seemed to... huh. My first impression was that he didn't like me going to the dungeon, but seems to be standard, actually.
I keep hearing an old rumor around town about the dungeons, that maybe particular artifacts are easier to find at night.
Let's do this. It's probably up here. When I was at the dungeon dead before, I was... Oop. Dungeon entrance, yep. That's even what it indicates. That's a lot of entrances. There's 5 doors to the dungeon. You probably unlock the doors as you go. As per, like, Spelunky and stuff like that. Golem Dungeon 1. Look at that attack animation.
Yeah. Ha!
Can you charge it up? Oh, back and forth combos. Got a little shield. So now, so my X became a shield. When I had a broom, it was my charge attack. Now it's just a shield. So things are changing. So your equipment affects your moveset. And apparently you have different equipment. Should I be expecting to, like, melee through some of these doors? Or maybe you have to use bombs? It's a peculiar room to just have dead ends. Very deliberate attack animation where you get locked in. Definitely less the original Zelda games and more the kind of pace that's been popularized by the Dark Souls rise and everything. Where you get fixed in place and get really stuck in your animation. Ow! Aha, you gotta bait him out. You can lure him into attacking in a particular direction and then run around. Ow. I did not bait the way I thought I did. Ah, those projectiles are gonna mess with me. Okay, let's go deal with that. Gotcha. Ow, okay. You're able to follow up faster than I expected. It's the diagonals that he's vulnerable to, because he can't turn in those directions. Gotta do a little heal.
Things are looking a bit explodey around here. They're probably all fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. To a person of hopefully far better luck than I, my time is short. I took injury from the strange creature across the room. My pendant all but shattered from the scuffle. Check him out, though. I'd say I fare better than he. He caught me spying on him near the Guardian's room. He dropped a couple of items when he fled. One of which is this map? Diagram? Whatever it is, I was right. They called me crazy. Says old Crazy Pete done gone lost his marbles. But I was right. Each guardian of a dungeon must possess a key of sorts. All of them linked to that giant, locked door outside the dungeons. The 5th door of Rynoka. Sadly, I won't be around to see the door open. To whoever found me, I apologize for the smell. But the diagram should be around here somewhere. Please, open the 5th door of Rynoka. These dungeons are not what they seem.
Pick up the pendant? No?
Look at the explodey guy.
Controls are a little weird. I would not... I don't know, maybe it seems more natural to some people, but I would not default rolling to being left trigger of all places. Can I go in there? Nope. Big boss gonna kill me. I'm supposed to let them all out. Now I have to chase this weird creature that stole my stuffs. Big boss gonna be so upset with little me. Okay, so each of the 4 dungeons has a key, probably that you get from beating its boss, and that all unlocks the 5th gate with the final boss. So what, you fill up your pendant thing with loot, and then when it has enough loot, you press B to leave? Is that the idea? Seems like I have to do it, because I can't go anywhere else, right? Slime teleportation? Okay. Okay, so there's 4 floors or something. You have a dungeon boss at the end. He probably gives you the key that gives you access to the next floor, the next door, I mean. It tracks all the chests and enemies you fought and the loot you came back with. So now I can try to sell that stuff at the store. Neat.
The young proprietor of Moonlight has returned. You look intact. Finally learned to use that pendant properly. It's about time, boy. What are you holding? Is that a chart of the dungeons? Where did you get this? You found old Pete. Dead. See, this is what happens when you chase what's behind that door. Leave it, Will. Just get the artifacts you need from the Golem dungeon. And look after Moonlighter. Now, I noticed some posts on the town board that may interest you. Some shops want to move in, attempt to revitalize this town. Apparently, they need some startup capital first. Would be nice to see some new life in Rynoka. Nice indeed.
Okay, the fact that we're actively in the middle of a Stardew Valley playthrough is making me draw a lot of comparisons. Because I've been the dungeon person of our group. And so this is actually seems really similar of a loop for me to go through. Investments in town or shop? 8,000 gold for shop level 1. This shop expansion allows merchants to decorate it to please their customers, as well as additional space for their items. I only have 100 gold though, so that ain't shit happening today. Oh, who are these people? Vulcan's Forge, the Wooden Hat, Liritela, Banker, Hawker. Banker's 70 grand. Oh, you're supposed to play this game for a while? This is potions and enchantments, so it's a witch place, basically. Vulcan's Forge for equipment crafting. That's only 500. These, yeah, clearly these are both early things to get, but I don't have any money at the moment, so it's not really going to be happening. Let's just try to actually run my shop for a second here. I sort of always wanted to become a merchant, but I could never find a pendant. Most pendants used today were found when the dungeons were first discovered. Since then, finding a new one has become nearly impossible. Masa, my son, when I find you. Oh, Will. Have you seen Masa around by chance? Apparently Will doesn't talk back ever. The people of Rynoka are so accustomed to culture artifacts from the dungeons. They have become a part of our daily lives, even a part of our food. So far, 100% of male characters have portraits and females don't. Are you an exception? Yeah, you are. Will! I saw you in the Golem dungeon earlier. Found anything mysterious? I keep hearing an old rumor around town about the dungeons. Maybe it's the same dialogue as before, so those are just placeholder people. Have you found any new culture artifacts in the dungeons, Will? I always found it fascinating how the items we find in the dungeons appear to be from entirely different civilizations with unique cultures. Watch him be the museum NPC to just fully go into the the Stardew comparison. What place does he actually run? Kind of hard to tell. Is this a cairn? There's a... Oh. Oh. I don't want to talk to you anymore. An actual, literal, snot-nosed kid. No thank you. So this is our shop, right? Yeah, the Moonlighter. You can tell from the giant banner. It's all logo-y. How do I... How do controls work? How do I price it? 200's too much, we've established that. Oh, here we go. Boink. Boink. They were pretty psyched about 100. Let's go a little higher than that then. We don't want them to be too happy, right? There we go. What else can I place? You, I don't know what you're worth at all, do I? Oh. Oh, I bring them over here onto this. I drag them onto this side of the screen. Okay. I was like, what is this? How does this work? I'm so confused. There we go. Yeah, we'll try 120. A golem core. That's probably cooler than a vine. Teeth stone. Iron bar. Wata sphere. I have no idea what these things are worth. Let's just find out the hard way. Oopsie. Don't go changing my price on me. There we go. I'll move these slightly from the known price, and I'll sell the other ones for 200 because I have no idea what they are or what they're worth. So we'll just see how that goes. Holds open the store. Probably. Same as always. Ah. Oh, those are whetstones. Okay. Interesting. I don't need to have this many of them, I don't think. Split things up a little bit. That's a root, who cares? Broken sword. You can probably sell them somewhere, maybe. I'm just sort of cleaning up my inventory a bit. Let's try opening the store.
How do you do, everyone? Please tell me my prices are perfect and amazing because I'm so good at everything. Come on. Come on. Come. Oh, shit. Try. There we go. That'll fix it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she still likes 120. 120 is great. But it's higher price. Get out of my store now. How dare you? Leave me be. And I don't know what an iron bar is worth, so we'll try 100. It's a freaking iron bar, who knows? Okay. I wish it was this easy to change the prices in an actual store, just make a funny face at the price and then they'll just magically completely change. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, they like that one. Oh, that's too much for an iron bar and too much for the other thing. Too much for the everything, okay. Crap, that's not good news. Go to 100 for you guys. And try 70 for you. Rich jelly. For the hot new low price of 50. I know, right? Crazy. How do you like them numbers? Ooh, you doing it? You doing it? You do? Yeah? You doing it? Get out of here. Making money. Making mad muns. That was the... Oh, I don't have any more of the water elemental thing. I have teeth stone. I don't know what that's worth. Let's try 100. 80. Just guessing numbers, basically. 50 is too much for jelly? That's the lowest price I've ever done, and it was too... Oh no, everything's overpriced. I'm a fraud. Oops, thought I pressed it in time. Ah! Get out of here. Oh no. I'm so sorry, everyone. I didn't mean to... I didn't mean to anger the gods. Oh crap. I'm clicking on everything wrong. Maybe like that. I don't even know what anything sells for. We tried 100 for you. How do I look at my... So they were psyched about 100, but not 150. I haven't found the middle ground where they're just moderately displeased. So let's try 120. Come on. Come on. Come on. How can 150 be too... What is an iron bar worth? What is a man? Miserable little pile of bars or something. Oh, that person wants equipment because they're a knight or a soldier or adventurer. I don't have any equipment though, so unless you want broken swords, which I doubt, so in which case, screw off. Buy my stuff. Sun's going down. Does my character ever sleep? It occurs to me that I came out of the dungeon, came up here, ran my shop all day, and I'm gonna go to the dungeon tonight, aren't I? Wait, you didn't even look at this. Oh, well, shoot, they didn't look at stuff because all I had was like golem cores and stuff like that. Yeah, you like that? Oh, they like that. They like it good. Get up in there. Okay, vine? I have no idea what a vine is worth. Let's find out. I'm gonna sell it for 20. It's a freaking vine. I've had so many of them. How good could they be? 120 was still happy. Let's pump it up one more. I gotta sell a profit. I gotta make money here. I gotta make mad muns. I don't know if my price is bad for jelly, or if jelly is just a thing that's not popular. All I know is I thought I'd be doing a lot more dungeon combat than I have been. It's been a surprise. I'm generally surprised by how things are gonna go. What does that icon mean? The up arrow? I don't know. Love my stuff, please. No. Okay. We made money. We made 720. That's more than I need to buy, like, on the merchant place.
Neat. We good? We good. We good. Let's go back into that dungeon. So far I've spent more time reading and managing a shop than I have figuring out how the combat works and feels. Back in there. Loading time. Yeah. What's up? Golem Dungeon 1. I'm imagining the boss is a golem. Although I'm assuming that has to do with being on floor 1 and not door 1. It could be door 1. Ow. Gotta be careful for them walking into me when I finish my attack. Can I go in that hole? Nope. Doesn't seem like it. Oh, that's the ranged guy. Gotta remember that. Oopsie. Ow. Right, I gotta remember that I can multi-attack. Spent a fair amount of time dealing with completely non-combat related activities so far. Ow. Aha! I don't have to go into the axis in which you attack. No! Oh, you can fall. Not only can your items fall, you can. You just have to kind of make it happen. Like it kind of deflects you from going off cliffs by default, but if you keep pressing it, you'll fall right off. And if I hit the roll button, I feel like I might just go straight off, but I'm not really sure. I'm not in a hurry to test it for the damage taken. I feel like broken swords can't be worth selling. They're not even a real good. I defy your X and Y axis, you defiler. What I need to figure out for sure is whether or not you can... I need to experiment with the vendoring stuff a little bit and see if you... Oh, didn't pick that up before. I had to figure out for sure whether or not you can stack multiple items of the same type on one shelf so that when they buy it, there's still another one waiting there. Or if you can only stock one at a time. Not sure. I just feel like I pick up a lot of items and only have space for like 4 of them. But the ecosystem here is potentially really interesting. This is way less of a straightforward roguelike than I thought it was going to be, actually. And there's like a lot of little systems going on. And move on. What's that? The white stone destroys one item curse in the direction shown when placed. Item remains hidden while currently in dungeon. Okay. Destroys one item curse in the direction shown when placed. I don't have any item curses though. Huh. Item curse. That's a suggestion of something interesting, but I don't know what it means. Oh, that's a weird steampunk flying thing. What is that? Ow. Ow. Okay, I need to do a better job there. I tried blocking. It didn't seem to pan out. So, so you lose everything in your backpack. You just keep whatever's on your inventory hotbar, apparently? Huh. Death by misadventure. Well, I goofed it pretty hard. I was trying to experiment with the gameplay a little bit because, well, I haven't had a lot of time to spend with the gameplay. I thought, I was like, oh, let's try blocking or something, because he seemed to be hitting me, and I was having trouble escaping his attacks between my attacks. But I probably should be comboing more or something. Let's see here, vines. Grab stack. You can grab the entire stack and sell them. Okay, let's sell them for like 10 then. Just try to mass sell them. Similarly for you. Let's try 50 for a starting price for these weird crystals. Okay, so being able to stack makes this make a bit more sense. suddenly I have an idea of what to do with some of these crazy items that I have just too much of. I was curious about that. Oopsie. Shit. You can only stack 10 there, though. You get back in there. Got a bunch of whetstones, though. I bet whetstones go for something. Let's try 30. Yeah, that goes, right? Sure. Buy my shit! Oh, look at that. I'm not turning, I'm just sliding. Love me, validate me, buy my things, give me money. Oh, the vines are too much. It's 10 already. How much can vines possibly be worth? Single digits? Is that where we're going? That's just depressing. Oh no. Oh no. That means I sold them for way too cheap. Okay, well, lesson learned. Lesson learned, that was way too cheap. Information gained, though. I'll sell these roots. At least they're not sticks. At first I thought they were sticks. I'll sell them for 5, I guess. I don't know. We'll find out the hard way, I guess. The whetstones are not selling. Let's try you again. Try 30. $10 is too much for a whetstone? I have no concept of... Oh, that's 30. Let's sell them for 10. I have no concept of how much these items are worth or how much my currency is worth. It's a really weird feeling. 5 was too expensive. Fine. 1. How about that? You'd think that this guy would know something about his own universe and have some scope of, like, what stuff could be worth. But I seem to be just kind of an idiot. Please take these broken swords for basically free. Oh, they're taking the roots. Oh, they're taking the something else. The roots, the whetstones. Look at everything selling all of a sudden. And all I had to do was demean myself by selling them for virtually nothing. Okay, so $1 wow. So $1 blew their mind, but 5 was like, ugh, what kind of lunatic would do such a thing? Let's try selling you for 3 then. I'll do it. I'm not beneath haggling. 10 blew his mind, 30 was too much. We'll try 15. Oopsie. I would feel iffy if I walked into a store and watched the person changing the prices directly in front of me. Like, but what if I like the other price better? You're really screwing me here, dude. The vines are too expensive now? Alright, 2. He's really psyched about only paying 1 coin for broken swords. They're still happy with 15. 16. Don't be afraid to haggle. I don't want to sell the potions because I can use those. I can probably use most of these things, but still. I don't know what that thing even does, but they're never happy with my price for it. I guess teeth stone just isn't that cool of an item. Oh man. All your best root prices around here, huh? Oh yeah, $4. What a profit. They're still happy with 16. 17. Have they ever purchased these before? I think they've literally never purchased this before. Alright, fine. Well, I've learned a whole new concept of how to scale my money, basically, so let's just go right down to 5. Now that I'm learning to adjust my expectations, and you know what? Screw it. Potions, go for it. But you're gonna have to freaking pay for them, damn it. If anyone else even comes in. Wait, what? 600. Oh, is it 600 for the 3 of them? Oh, do they have to buy them in bulk, exclusively? I may have missed how that works. Huh. Oh well. Oh, that was a color scheme change. I guess it's dark out. Look at all these happy customers I got. Part of me wonders if there's like a reputation meter for my whole store or something. This time we made $800. I think that's actually more than last time, despite the fact that I have crappier stuff, but now I'm basically out of stuff to sell. I sold my entire backlog of everything. Alright, well I think I'll call it here, guys. This has been Moonlighter. It seems really interesting and neat, and honestly I'd probably play the whole thing, and if it wasn't for the fact that there's just... I just don't have time. My schedule's always so full. How are there always so many video games? Seriously, I look into all these video games, there's just so many of ones that are like, have so much love put into them, and they're like this with like the nice art and the music, and they have a cool idea and all this stuff going on, and I'm like, but another one comes out tomorrow, and the next day, and one came out yesterday, and the day before? How do they come out? How are they coming out every day now? So check it out in the link before. Check the link below to the Steam page. It might be on other platforms, I don't actually know. Seems neat. Thanks for watching like always, guys, and I'll see you next time.